Ladies and gentlemen, we also have here present the Controller General Nigeria Immigration Service, CGIS Isa Idris Jere, MFR, who is ably represented here by the Deputy Controller General Finance and Accounts, DCG Caroline Murola Adepoju, FSI. Wasting much of our time, please let's take the national anthem. Thank you.
To Nigeria and our partners, IOM, and everybody here present. Everyone is recognized. Like you will all agree with me, a safe border is a safe nation. There is nothing that can bring prosperity to a nation that does not have security, and security starts from our borders. So I will, on my own, on behalf of Nigeria Immigration Service, say a very big thank you to our financiers and our supporters in this security work. Then I'll take the speech, the CGIS speech, just as written by him. I remember vividly that on Thursday, 23rd February 2023, less than a month ago, IOM handed over the NIS Training and Reference Center to me in a colorful ceremony that took place at the Shehu Shagari Complex, Nigeria Immigration Service Headquarters, Abuja. Today, another milestone is being achieved. That is the commissioning of the secondary inspection facilities distributed across the 5 international airports in Nigeria. The Nigeria Immigration Service is the security organization charged with border and migration management in Nigeria. It was established in 1963 by an Act of Parliament, Cap 171, Law of the Federation of Nigeria, which was repealed and reenacted as the Immigration Act 2015. This act mandates NIS to perform the following duties. 1. Control of persons entering or leaving Nigeria. Issuance of travel documents to Nigerians, both at home and in the diaspora. Issuance of visas and residence permits to foreigners, border surveillance and patrol. Enforcement of laws and regulations relating to immigration, among other responsibilities. The Immigration Act of 2015 synchronized the national legislations with international conventions and treaties. For instance, Nigeria, being a member state of the United Nations, UN, and a signatory to the Security Council resolutions on counterterrorism, is expected to contribute to the maintenance of international peace and security, create an enabling environment for the implementation of Border Management Information System, BMIS, such as Advanced Passenger Information System, API, and Migration Information and Data Analysis System, the MIDAS. In order to meet these expectations, IOM, in collaboration with Nigeria Immigration Service, Office of the National Security Advisor, Federal Aviation, FAAN, DSS, that is the Department of State Services, NATIB, and NDLA, and with funding from the Danish government, constructed and equipped 15 secondary inspection facilities in 5 international airports across Nigeria. I think this is worthy of a round of applause. The importance of security that is cross-border, the security of the nation. Always be grateful for the support that we get from our from other countries, and we will always assure you that whatever support we get, they will be deployed for the purposes for which they are meant. We are very grateful. Thank you. These airports are the NAIA, that is the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport here in Abuja, the Makia, that is Malam Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano, and the AII, that is in Enugu, and Port Harcourt International Airport. That is AII, is Kano International Airport. These facilities are meant for the secondary inspection clearance of travelers' security interests. People who raise some red flags. You don't want to keep people standing. People who have been on international flights for hours, who could be tired, who could be exhausted, who could be having jet lag. You don't want to keep them standing again. That is respect for humanity. It will always be of concern. It will always be, appreciated when you have respect for the feelings of other people. These are in line with international rules, regulations, and concerns. And to you, the people in our front desk, who will be enforcing this, you must know how important these things are. You must not take them for granted. When there are no reasons for it, don't delay people unnecessarily. So that is the essence of the secondary inspection unit. Anything contrary to the purpose for which these things are built will be defeating the efforts that are put towards these things. You must be aware of the reasons behind this, and you must work to toe the lines for which these things are established. Okay? With the proper application of these facilities, it is expected that there will no longer be undue delays of travelers at the primary line of clearance. I also expect that data generated from MIDAS and API, especially on travelers of security concerns, will flow seamlessly from the front desk officers, FDO, to the secondary inspection officer, SIO, until it gets to the CGI in record time. Of particular interest are data on returnees. Returnees are very, very, they raise flags in Nigeria. Treatment of our returnees, we really care about them. Nigeria does not want our returnees to come back handcuffed. We don't want our returnees to come back without notifying Nigerian Immigration Nigerian Immigration Service, so that we can make adequate preparations. And by and large, we want the international community to know that we prefer voluntary returns. We don't want people to be forced. We don't want people to be subjected to inhuman treatment, whatever the situation may be. We want international conventions and rules to be regarded, to be respected when it comes to returnees. Please. Deported persons, repatriated persons, suspects on stop lists, watch lists, trafficking in persons, and smuggling of migrants. With these facilities fully operational, there will no longer be excuses for failure. I'm aware that the standard operating procedure, SOP, for BMIS, MIDAS, secondary inspection, and border security management is being reviewed. I urge IOM and the reviewing committee to expedite action on the process so that the final SOP can be validated for effective use of the 15 secondary inspection units. I've also been informed that officers who will work at the Secondary Inspection Unit, SIU, will soon undergo training of trainers program on how to use the Video Spectrum Comparator, VSC, 80i devices, which have been deployed by IOM in the 5 international airports and our training and reference center at the service headquarters. The VSCs, according to IOM, will provide a complete solution to examining travel and identity documents. Upon completion of the training, the trained officers will conduct step-down trainings for other officers. I commend IOM for this initiative. In conclusion, I thank IOM for this laudable project and other projects in which the organization has partnered with NIS in migration management and border security. I thank the Danish government for funding this project. Finally, I thank the law enforcement agencies, the FAN, DSS, NAPTIP, and NDLE for the active role they play in executing this project. Your invaluable roles have further shown the importance of interagency collaboration and in improving migration management and border security. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you for inviting me to this important ceremony. I'm delighted to be here as this day marks the continued progress that the government of Nigeria and the Nigerian Immigration Service controlling and managing your borders effectively is an essential part of ensuring safe and orderly migration. It is also an important element in facilitating trade and investments, as well as keeping Nigeria safe. No country will be able to manage its borders effectively without having the right staff and the right equipment in place to do so. And that is why the government of Denmark is proud to have contributed positively to strengthening the capacity of the Nigerian Immigration Service, as well as improving data collection at all international airports in Nigeria through its support to IOM and the Midas project. During my time as ambassador of Denmark to Nigeria, I have come to know the Nigerian Immigration Service as a committed and professional partner, which works relentlessly on improving border security. This places the Nigerian Immigration Service at the heart of the Nigerian government's ambitions to create a safer Nigeria, which is open for business and trade. I would like to use this very special occasion to thank the Honorable Controller General and the Deputy Controller General for the commitment to ensuring progress and deliver on the very high expectations from Nigeria's international partners. You should be proud of your staff and the achievements of the Nigerian Immigration Service under your leadership. In addition, allow me also to thank all staff at IOM, and especially the Chief Official, for the continued partnership between Denmark and IOM. Working with IOM is always a huge pleasure, and I'm glad to see that our global partnership creates tangible and important results on the ground in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Excellency, Mr. Suey Kopstrup, Ambassador of Denmark to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, representative of the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, the Controller General of the Nigeria Immigration Service, Mr. Issa Jere Idris, MFR, here represented by the Deputy Controller General at the podium, representative of the State Security Service, VSS, representatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLA, representatives of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, representatives of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, and other MDAs here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you today for the commissioning ceremony of the secondary inspection facilities constructed across the 5 main international airports in Nigeria: Lagos, Abuja, Kano, Port Harcourt, and Enugu. I would like to start by acknowledging the support and the effective collaboration of the Office of the National Security Advisor, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, the Post Nigeria Immigration Service, the State Security Service, the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, and the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in making this event a reality. Without your various support and commitment, we would not have been able today to celebrate this milestone. It has been a true partnership, and I want to express my gratitude to all of those who have played a role in making this project a success, and especially the government of Denmark for their generous support through the project Enhancing Airport Data Systems in Nigeria, Phase 2. We all know airports are one of the most critical points of entry for terrorists, criminals, and other threats of national security, and the ability of a country to identify and screen potential risks while also maintaining faster facilitation of passenger clearance is critical. Nigeria, as a member state of the United Nations, is obligated to contribute its efforts in combating transnational organized crimes towards the maintenance of international peace and security, as well as demonstrate commitments to establishing the required protocols and enabling environment for the implementation of the Advanced Passenger Information System, API. This is in line with the UN Security Council Resolution 2178 of 2014, 2309 of 2016, and 2396 of 2017 on counterterrorism. Further to the country endorsement of this resolution, a comprehensive needs assessment was conducted with the support of the FAN, NIS, and DSS across all 5 international airports. It was determined that the construction of these facilities was critical and of importance in enhancing the nation's infrastructure and improving border security. As such, IOM, with the funding of the Danish government, supported the government of Nigeria in constructing 15 secondary inspection facilities across the 5 international airports in the country, covering both arrival and departure terminals. These facilities are equipped with computers and specialized investigative tools to improve the screening processes of migrants, arrivals, and especially those who are persons of security interest. Furthermore, as a guide to the operationalization of the secondary inspection unit, the government of Nigeria, through its MDAs and the Federal Ministry of Justice, jointly developed a standard operating procedure for the facilitation of interagency collaboration in carrying out these secondary inspections functions. The commissioning of these constructed and equipped secondary inspection facilities across the 5 main international airports in Nigeria reinforces our commitment in supporting the government of Nigeria in meeting international best practices and standards in border management and governance. And in conclusion, I would like to reiterate my appreciation to all the agencies, the government of Denmark, and all individuals who have contributed to the success of this project. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to a stronger and continuous collaboration on other initiatives of common interest. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Please, another round of applause for him, please. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, into the secondary inspection facility.
Share it? Yes, let's do it.
Please, a round of applause for her. For them, please. Thank you so much.
I am highly delighted to welcome you to the secondary inspection unit, where further forensic check is carried out on question documents purported to have been simulated or alter. These are documents referred from the front line, that's the first line of examination, to the secondary inspection unit, where further checks, like I said, is carried out and is known as the secondary line of examination. My name is Kogi Mary Joseph, Chief Superintendent of Immigration, a certified forensics examiner and a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Digital Forensics Nigeria. I am also NIS trained facilitator as well as IOM trained facilitator. As we all know, West African countries is the most mobile region where you have more influx of migration activities. And this is where Nigeria is also geolocated. So because of the rise in demand of travel documents, some desperate travelers tend to alter some of these travel documents. But NIS have done a lot in checkmating such, in curbing the menace of forgery related on our travel documents. Before us, we have the forensic equipment donated by IOM to the Nigeria Immigration Service. This is video spectral comparator, which is known as VSC ATI, one of the models of VSC. This particular high-tech forensic equipment does spectral analysis, spectrometric analysis on not just travel documents, but as well as security documents. Here before us, we have some of the travel documents. This is Nigerian standard passport. On my right, we have the B series, which is the enhanced passport, recently reviewed to work on the A series passport, which have suffered from the hands of fraudulent persons. So here we have more security features to safeguard the travel document. We would like to demonstrate, to show us what we actually have embedded in the travel document. Okay, on this video spectral comparator, we have different spectral light sources, such as the ultraviolet light, which reveals hidden security features and also allows UV reactive features on the passport to fluoresce. We have the infrared rays. They are all light in the spectrum. The infrared light rays reveal hidden, perhaps figures added in a security document or what was omitted. It may interest you to know that, okay, thank you so much. Okay, it may interest you to know that in the, globally, this Nigerian passport, which was recently reviewed, is one of the best. Yes, it's one of the best among the few. Yes, and it is our pride. I am proud to say it. Yes, so, okay, here, to hold it down. Okay, this is the display screen, where whatever is being analyzed here is revealed here. So this is the floodlight. That's the light from the top, just like it's a transmitted light, a white light. So, but here we are going to see the security features on the biodata page. Actually, this is laser engraved image compared to the digital image here. Okay.
Because of the numbers.
This is what we have on our biodata page on the visual inspection zone. This is the machine readable zone. These UV lights, they are in different levels of intensity, which is in nanometers. Here you can see the hidden security feature there, and also the inscription of Federal Republic of Nigeria, which depicts that this is a Nigerian passport. Sorry. This, I am on hand gloves because the UV light is not good for the skin. So you can see what we have. This is a visa. Here you can see the invisible numbering as well as the optical security fibers. Okay, these are hairline features. Also, we can see the stitch thread. We can also see the stitch thread. This is ICAO standard multi-stitch thread, which binds the visa pages of the passport. And this stitch thread is in 3 colors. We have the red, the blue, and the lemon red. So, this is the A series. This is facing out, so we may not need to examine this. Also, we have currencies. So you can see the old Nigerian 1,000 Naira note and the new one. So you can see there's a difference. Yes. So it is important to know that every security document or document of value is always simulated or altered. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the training that you have exposed our officers to. I was very, very impressed while listening to her. I am still impressed and I'm very happy. And once again, we are grateful for all these things that you have done for us. And for the benefit of everyone here, you can see what a lady can do.
Yes.
He's so brilliant, and I follow very easily because this thing, spectroscopy, is what you have done. The spectroscopic analysis is quite familiar. I'm a chemist by training. So infrared, ultraviolet rays, and many more like that. I went through all those studies when I was in the university, and I'm sure that as many people that have the opportunity to enjoy your training, to experience the training which you have gone through, will also be able to do well. Keep it up, we are proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All these items were given to us. All these items were given to us. The bottled water dispenser, air conditioner, is it installed already?
No,
the
no,
place
they are not yet installed.
Oh, okay, they are not yet installed. All right, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes.
I will
sealed. You can see the document has been signed. Please, a round of applause for them. Thank you so much. Invite the General Manager, Aviation Security Fund Headquarters, Mr. Onuagboria Nathaniel, for his comments. Please, a round of applause for him.
Good afternoon, everybody. The Excellency, the Danish Ambassador to Nigeria, the Controller General of Customs, Immigration and Nigeria Immigration Services, ably represented by Madam Mrs. Caroline Adebojo. I stand here on behalf of the MDE of FAN, which is a goodwill message. And as I said earlier, we see this as an evidence of very strong collaborative synergy amongst national security agencies with particular assistance from the Danish government and the IOM. This is a very critical phase in the what we see as border management and security in the country. And as Madam has said, put it, a porous border or a non-secure country actually cannot have any form of prosperity. So we see this as one of our responsibilities. FAN is we are mainly airport managers, but we provide the necessary ambience and environment for you to do things like this, while also enhancing security, providing safety and comfort. So we have assisted the IOM very well. We were happy with the collaboration we had with them. Madam Emiola was always on my neck every time, calling me and everything. We need access, we need to do this. But I'm happy today that we have commissioned this, and it's an example of what we've always been asking for. Necessary collaboration, cooperation, synergy. Give us an opportunity and we'll always be able to meet your needs. Thank you very much.
Good day, everyone. My special greetings to our CGI, Mr. Issa Jere, MFR, ably represented by our amiable Mrs. Carol Bora Adepoju, the Chief of Mission IOM, the Danish Ambassador, the farm representatives, and may I please stay by the side of the existing protocol, because standing on it might break it down. First of all, my sincere gratitude is to the CGIS, Controller General of Nigeria Immigration Service, Mr. Issa Jere, MFR, for his relentless efforts in support of IOM interventions in Nigeria and today's ceremony. Our heart appreciation goes to the Danish Ambassador, His Excellency, and Government of Denmark, to the donation of our secondary inspection equipment to the needs towards enhancing the nation's border security. The needs and all other agencies concerned remain eternally grateful. I am most honored here to also thank the Chief of Mission, IOM, and the entire IOM management for their continuous collaborative programs to the Nigeria Immigration Service and other agencies of government with a stake in border security and control. The IOM commitment in making sure that the secondary inspection system is fully deployed and operational is highly celebrated. We are glad to say that the corporation has really equipped and improved our border clearance procedures with sophisticated equipment. As it is commonly said, security at the borders or on documents is everyone's business. Therefore, to fight criminality in all fronts, nations must cooperate and share knowledge and information. Any compromise at a given border crossing point may have unprecedented global security consequences. Hence, the deployment of this system being commissioned today. We pledge to maintain and utilize this equipment for the purposes it is intended, knowing the cumulative impact it has on the security of the country and the world at large. To the farm, we acknowledge with gratitude the warm reception and cooperation within the period of deployment of the SI system and the serene venue for the occasion. Our gratitude knows no bounds. May God bless everyone for their contributions. Thank you.